The late 17th century was a time of boundless opportunity, a period where the vast, uncharted oceans promised both fortune and danger. The high seas were a realm of both adventure and peril, where the brave and the foolhardy alike sought their destinies. Enter William Kidd, a Scottish sailor who would become a legend shrouded in infamy. His story is one of ambition, betrayal, and the thin line between hero and villain. Kidd was no common pirate. Unlike the lawless marauders who roamed the seas, he operated under a different guise. He operated with the blessing of the English crown, tasked with hunting down enemy ships and plundering their riches for England. This made him a privateer, a sanctioned pirate in the service of the monarchy. His voyages were funded by wealthy nobles, even King William III himself. These powerful backers saw Kidd as a tool to expand their wealth and influence. Kidd's early expeditions were met with success. He captured valuable prizes and earned a reputation as a skilled and ruthless sea captain. Feared by his enemies and respected by his crew, he captured valuable prizes and earned a reputation as a skilled and ruthless sea captain. His name became synonymous with daring and cunning on the high seas. His name was whispered in taverns and feared on the open ocean. Tales of his exploits spread far and wide, adding to his growing legend. But the line between privateer and pirate was thin, easily blurred by greed and ambition. Kidd's success brought him wealth, but also suspicion. As Kidd's wealth and notoriety grew, so did the scrutiny of his patrons. The very nobles who had once supported him began to question his loyalty and methods. The very powers that had empowered him were now turning against him. Accusations of piracy and betrayal began to surface, leading to his eventual downfall. The winds of fortune shifted quickly for Captain Kidd. The king, facing pressure from rival nations and accusations of harboring a pirate, issued a proclamation. Kidd was branded an outlaw, a pirate to be hunted down and brought to justice. The Royal Navy, once Kidd's ally, was now tasked with his capture. Kidd found himself pursued across the Atlantic, his former allies now his sworn enemies. He clung to the belief that he could clear his name and expose the treachery that had ensnared him. Life aboard a ship was fraught with peril even for the most seasoned sailor. But for Captain Kidd, the challenges extended far beyond the unpredictable fury of the sea. His crew, a motley band of hardened adventurers and desperate rogues, were a constant source of tension. Mutiny simmered beneath the surface, fueled by fear and greed. Kidd faced constant challenges to his authority. He ruled with an iron fist when necessary, knowing that any sign of weakness could be his undoing. Storms raged, supplies dwindled, and disease swept through the adventure galley. Through it all, he clung to the hope of clearing his name. The weight of betrayal hung heavy on Captain Kidd's soul. His journey had been plagued by treachery and deceit, his trust shattered by those he had once considered allies. He had been promised riches and glory, his privateering ventures sanctioned by the highest powers in the land. Yet he found himself branded a criminal, hunted by the very forces he had served. With a heavy heart, he set course for home, knowing that danger awaited him there. Kidd's ship, battered by storms and weakened by time, limped across the Atlantic. Each sunrise brought them closer to England, but closer too to the judgment that awaited their captain. Upon his arrival in England, Captain Kidd found no redemption. Instead, he was seized and imprisoned, his pleas of innocence falling on deaf ears. The whispers of piracy and treachery had transformed into a deafening roar. His trial was a sham, a foregone conclusion orchestrated by those who sought to silence him. The evidence against him was flimsy, riddled with inconsistencies and fueled by the lies of his enemies. Yet it mattered little in the face of the Crown's determination to make an example of him. The verdict was a foregone conclusion. Guilty. Captain Kidd, the once celebrated privateer, was sentenced to death by hanging. Captain Kidd's execution was a public spectacle, a gruesome display meant to serve as a warning. His body was left to rot in an iron cage suspended over the River Thames, but even in death, Kidd refused to be silenced. His story, fueled by rumor and speculation, took on a life of its own. Legends whispered of vast treasures buried on remote islands guarded by the ghosts of Kidd's loyal crew. Treasure maps, purportedly drawn by Kidd himself, surfaced in taverns and trading posts. Captain Kidd, the privateer turned pirate, became a figure of enduring fascination. Centuries have passed since Captain Kidd met his grim fate at Execution Dock, where the waves of the sea seem to mourn his passing. The echoes of his story continue to reverberate, whispered on the winds that whip across the ancient stones of Trinity Churchyard in New York City, a place steeped in history and mystery. It is said that Captain Kidd, his soul restless and his treasure still unclaimed, walks among the tombstones when the moon hangs heavy in the sky, casting an eerie glow over the silent graves. Some believe Kidd is drawn back to this place by a sense of unfinished business, a need to resolve the mysteries of his life and death. They claim he seeks to lead the worthy to his hidden riches, offering a chance to rewrite history and uncover the secrets buried with him. Others whisper that he is a tormented soul, forever bound to the earthly realm by the weight of his alleged crimes, unable to find peace or redemption. The legend of Captain Kidd endures, a haunting tale of piracy, betrayal, and the eternal quest for treasure that captivates the imagination of all who hear it. Tales of Captain Kidd's treasure have captivated imaginations for generations. The legend speaks of a fortune so vast it could change the lives of those who find it forever. Stories abound of coded messages hidden in ancient documents, of landmarks that align with celestial bodies, all pointing the way to untold riches. These cryptic clues have puzzled historians and adventurers alike, sparking endless debates and theories. Some treasure hunters claim to have deciphered these clues, embarking on perilous expeditions to remote corners of the globe. They brave harsh climates, treacherous terrains, and the unknown, driven by the hope of discovering the legendary treasure. Oak Island, a small island off the coast of Nova Scotia, has become synonymous with the legend of Captain Kidd. This mysterious island has been the focal point of countless treasure hunts, each more elaborate than the last. For centuries, stories have circulated of a vast treasure buried there, protected by a complex system of booby traps. These tales speak of ingenious mechanisms designed to thwart any who dare to seek the treasure. Countless expeditions, armed with shovels, dynamite, and unwavering determination, have descended upon the island. Each team hopes to be the one to finally unearth the hidden riches, despite the many challenges they face. Yet the allure of buried riches continues to draw treasure hunters to this day. Modern technology and new theories keep the dream alive, as each new generation of adventurers takes up the quest for Captain Kidd's legendary treasure. The story of Captain Kidd is a tapestry woven from threads of history, legend, and enduring mystery. Was he a ruthless pirate or a victim of circumstance? Did he bury vast treasures, or are the maps and legends nothing more than elaborate fantasies? Yet it is this very mystery that ensures Captain Kidd's place in the annals of history. He remains a figure of fascination, a symbol of the enduring allure of the unknown. The search for Captain Kidd's treasure, both literal and metaphorical, continues. And so, the story of Captain Kidd, the pirate, the ghost, the legend, endures, a testament to the power of storytelling and the enduring allure of the unknown.